Okay, so Dustin Poirier. Dustin, big money fight Poirier. Dustin only fights guys in the top 5 with big names Poirier. He is taking on an up-and-coming contender in Benoit St. Denis at UFC 299 in a 5-round co-main event. My mind is blown. Your mind should be blown. I can't believe he took this fight. I did not think there was any chance we were going to get Dustin fighting anyone outside the top 5. I didn't think there was any chance we were going to get him to fight anybody that doesn't have a big name, that the casual audience doesn't already know very well. And I definitely didn't think that if he was going to take a fight against an up-and-coming contender, that he would fight Benoit St. Denis of all people, probably the most dangerous up-and-coming contender at lightweight. Incredible fight. I'm so excited. I don't, like, my mind's really blown. I honestly don't know what to think of this fight. I know I'm like a day or two late to this news. I'm really bad about putting up videos when I should. But we're going to talk about it now. Also, another big lightweight fight that got announced. UFC 300 main card title eliminator fight between Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan. This fight was a little more expected. Very competitive, very high-level fight. Also very excited about it. I don't think it'll be as good of a fight as Dustin Poirier versus Benoit St. Denis. I think that fight just has fight of the year written all over it. I think that fight's going to be explosive and action-packed as long as it lasts, which might not be very long if we're being honest. Benoit St. Denis is a huge finisher, especially at lightweight. Very explosive guy, kind of reckless. Dustin, of course, has those great counters. He can put anybody away. Should be an amazing fight. Tsarukyan, Oliveira should be a very technical, I don't want to say chess match because Oliveira fights are never chess matches, but it'll be an Oliveira fight. So either he's going to get an early finish or he's going to get finished early. That's just how it goes in Oliveira fights. Let's talk about both these fights. We're going to start with Dustin Poirier versus Benoit St. Denis. 5 rounds. That's a big factor in this fight. I don't know if that's going to change the way Benoit chooses to fight. I'm going to guess it isn't. I think Benoit's going to come out there as explosive and crazy in the first round as he always does. Dustin Poirier, he's a veteran. He's fought everybody. He's fought the best guys in the world over and over and over again. He's going to come out there measured. He's going to come out there technical. He's going to start probably not slow. I don't think Dustin's a slow starter, but he's going to start slower than Benoit. He's going to be making reads. He's going to be trying to land those counter shots, which I definitely think he can land on Benoit St. Denis if this fight stays on the feet for too long. Because Benoit St. Denis, as dangerous as he is on the feet, he can be pretty sloppy. Go watch the fight with Thiago Moises, and when they get in the pocket and Benoit just trusts his power and his chin to outgun anybody in there with him. And I honestly, if he gets in the pocket with Dustin, I think Dustin is the much better boxer. But power and chin makes a difference. Dustin did just get knocked out. I wouldn't sit in the pocket with Benoit St. Denis if I was Dustin. Even if you are the better boxer, all it takes is one shot from that guy and you're done. And that's if it stays on the feet. And that's kind of going into my prediction. I'm picking Benoit St. Denis to beat Dustin Poirier, as crazy as that sounds, by submission, because that dude is an elite level grappler. He's so strong. He has nasty takedowns. When he gets people down, his ground and pound is brutal. He breaks people down there. And if he doesn't get the ground and pound, he will get the submission. He'll rip your head off. The dude's so good. He's so scary, though. I mean, I don't even know where he's from, but he was like a special forces soldier in some, I don't want to say foreign country to me. I don't remember where he's from. But he's really good. He's really exciting. And I feel bad picking him over Poirier, and I could be very wrong about this. I will say I'm not super confident that he's going to get the win, because I do think if they strike for long enough, Dustin, being the more experienced guy, being the better striker, he's going to land the counter shots that he needs to on Benoit's kind of sloppy striking, and he could probably put him away. But that being said, like, Dustin fought Chandler, who fights very sloppy, and Chandler was beating Dustin up for most of that fight. I think having crazy pressure and crazy power and explosiveness and strength can go a long way against Dustin Poirier, and I think we saw that in the Chandler fight. Chandler had Poirier backing up a lot in the fight. He was clearly winning the fight up until he went for that really sloppy, overly explosive takedown because he wanted to be exciting, and he has 2 brain cells. and gave up his neck in the process and got choked. I don't see Benoit doing that. Benoit is very explosive, but he's explosive like a Michael Chandler, but he's not as dumb. No disrespect to Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler is super exciting. He's super entertaining. Seems like a nice guy. Dumb fighter, though. Benoit doesn't seem dumb. He just seems maybe a little too confident in his chin sometimes. But if it goes to the ground with him, I trust him to get a finish on Poirier. Even if it's not right away, Poirier seems a little weak to these high-level grapplers. I know getting submitted by Khabib isn't like it's not a big red flag, because who that fought Khabib didn't get completely dominated and finished, and getting submitted by Oliveira, not a big deal either. Oliveira has the most submissions in UFC history, but I'm just saying that Poirier tends to struggle more with these guys that can initiate grappling with him. Same with Chandler. Chandler took him down in that second round of their fight and basically 10-8'd him. He took him down early and he beat him up the whole round. And he was doing that for most of the third too, until the choke. So yeah, if you're a really high-level grappler, I'll probably pick you to win against Poirier, or at least win the majority of the fight. It's just a matter of whether or not Benoit St. Denis chooses to go to the grappling, or he chooses to test his striking with Poirier. And I'm not even saying he doesn't have a chance against Poirier in the striking. I think he does, because I think he has the higher finishing ability between the two of them. He's just one of those guys that can sneak a knockout in there out of nowhere. Like his last one, his head kick KO over Matt Frevola, scary head kick. Coming right out of the clinch too. They were getting off the ground. There was a scramble on the ground. They get into the clinch. Matt Frevola tries to exit away, like along the cage, and boom, head kick, and he's out cold. Like Benoit St. Denis is he's very versatile. He's very dangerous. Crazy finishing ability. I'm gonna pick him to get the takedowns and eventually get a submission by rear naked choke on Dustin Poirier. I think Dustin Poirier's kind of weak to the rear naked choke. He tends to try to explode too much to get to his feet at times, and he gives up his back, and that's how he gets choked. And I could see him doing that in this fight. But if it stays on the feet, then I think Dustin Poirier will counter him over and over again throughout the fight and get a very late TKO or a decision win. But I'm going Benoit St. Denis. That is my final pick. Benoit St. Denis, second round submission. That's what I'm going to go with. All right, Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukyan. I'm really back and forth on this one too, because Arman Tsarukyan, in the striking department, I don't trust him to beat Oliveira at all. Same as the Poirier Denis. I don't really trust Tsarukyan to be able to beat Charles Oliveira in the striking. I know he just knocked out Dariush, but the way he did it wasn't something that can really be replicated. It wasn't because he's this crazy good technical striker. It was just he threw the right shot at the right time. He threw a knee, missed the knee. Dariush's head came up, and he threw a right hand after that, or a left hand. I think it was a right, and it landed perfect and put Dariush away. But regardless of that, Tsarukyan's not known for having the best striking. His kicks are really good. Boxing, pretty suspect, to say the least. And his boxing defense isn't the best either. That dude does get hit a fair bit. He got hurt really bad against Joaquim Silva, whatever. Got rocked really bad in that fight. Was dominating for the most part, but he sure struggled with Joaquim Silva. And if you're struggling with him, I don't know if I can trust you to beat Oliveira. Oliveira is not my favorite fighter in the world. I'm not usually the guy that picks Oliveira to win fights, but he is very good. Obviously, he was the champion. I think he was one fight away from tying Khabib's title defense record. Oliveira is amazing. My problem is that Oliveira is just one of those guys who, if he doesn't finish you, you'll probably finish him. Oliveira never goes to these like close decision wars or a close decision chess match, or even like a dominant decision. He either finishes you and makes you look easy, or he gets made to look easy. And I could see that happening in this fight because Tsarukyan is, of course, a very good wrestler, very dominant wrestler, very physically strong. He can take anybody down, it seems like, unless your name is Islam Makhachev, he can probably take you down and hold you down. And Oliveira is one of those guys, he's these jiu-jitsu guys that trust their jiu-jitsu so much that they'll accept bottom position. And you don't want to do that against Tsarukyan because, like Benoit before, Tsarukyan has nasty ground and pound. His ground and pound is much worse than Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev is better at getting submissions, and I think he's better at positional control. I think he's a smarter fighter for the most part. He's more well-rounded. He has better striking. But Tsarukyan, he has really great top pressure. He has really good takedowns, and he has nasty ground and pound and nasty finishing potential with the ground and pound. Look what he did to Thiago. No, not Thiago. Joel Alvarez. Yeah, Joel Alvarez. Jeez, I promise I'm not a casual fan. I'm just kind of stupid. But yeah, what he did to Joel Alvarez, and going into that fight, everybody thought Joel Alvarez was like the boogeyman. He was a scary Terminator of the division. Also, where has he been? We haven't seen him since he got his face turned into pepperoni pizza by Arman Tsarukyan, but whatever. Tsarukyan's ground and pound is nasty. He's very strong. Oliveira has a tendency to accept bottom position because he just trusts that his jiu-jitsu will maybe get him a submission or something. I don't trust you to get a submission off your back against guys at the highest level, at least not any more than like 2 times out of 10. So if this goes to the ground, and I do think it will, I think Tsarukyan could hold him down and win the round that way and get off a lot of damage. But I am going to trust Oliveira to come out there early in the second or third round after maybe having a really tough first round and getting the finish over Arman Tsarukyan on the feet. I'm thinking like a knee to the face in the clinch. I think he's going to pepper him up on the feet. I think he'll hurt him with like a 1-2 down the pipe or something, or just a right hand, kind of like he hurt Gaethje, but instead of dropping him, it just wobbles him. He goes in for a sloppy takedown. Oliveira stuffs it. They end up in this weird clinch position. Oliveira, boom, knee to the face in the tie clinch, puts him away. Maybe some ground and pound shots followed up afterward. Charles Oliveira, early third round TKO, I think is what I'm going to go with. So, yeah, both 2 amazing lightweight fights. Super excited about them. UFC 299, 5-round co-main event. Dustin Poirier, Benoit St. Denis. Super excited about that. UFC 300 main card fight. Charles Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan. Winner fights Islam Makhachev. Islam beats both of them, in my opinion. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the fights in the comments down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, then hit the dislike button. Don't really care. Subscribe if you want. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.